Namaste, sir. It's the Spiritual Daywalker, hashtag Schrodinger's cards, with your tarot card reading for the next new moon phase from 30th of May until 14th of June. Scorpio, this is you. This is a new moon in Gemini, so it's going to reset our approach to truth and communication, right? And you've been trying out a lot in your life, maybe, like trial and error system, right? Or, you know, trying out emotions, trying them on for size, right? So this is how you experience reality, is you go deep and see how it feels, what feels best, right? And then you work with it. I kind of feel that this new moon is going to reset the way you work with those informations, right? Because at a certain point, you want to learn your lesson. You want to learn something about yourself, right? So you go in deep with people and situations, feel them, right? Because you're capable of being decisive when it comes to it. So that's why you acknowledge every transition. That's why you can go deep, because you get out of it quite easily if like push comes to shove. But at a certain point, you have to communicate to yourself and then to the other person or to whatever situation, right? What you truly want, what you're truly feeling, right? What your truth that is. And well, see if you find out. That being said, this is a general reading, so if the message doesn't resonate with you, feel free to drop it. If it does resonate with you, drop a comment, like and subscribe. I don't do love readings. If love comes up in a reading, and you're a Scorpio, so it most likely will, right? Then if love comes up, that's on you. That's because you're manifesting it. That's because you're attracting it. Maybe you use the energy to learn something about yourself, Scorpio, right? But life is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I don't want you to attract something into your life that's not supposed to be there just because I said so. That's why hashtag Schrodinger's cards, right? This is a quantum mirror of your energy, the energy you're coming out of, you're moving through, and you're going into. So let's see, let's get into it and see what the universe holds for you for this new moon phase. What you learn about yourself, Scorpio. Well, you're coming from the moon, right? So being a little, what is it, right? The moon is a little deceptive, or it can be a little deceptive, right? But it's dealing with the subconscious. So deep down you know something's up, you don't want to really address it, but you get yourself into like situations where this is addressed, right? And it is brought up inside you. I kind of feel that coming out of that phase of the moon card, it means that you have addressed it, or that at least that you know that there's something to address, right? So you're moving you are in the Four of Swords in reverse though. So kind of struggling with hanging in there, with staying strong in a particularly, in a tough situation, right? Something that is really grinding your gears, and you're like, I know what I have to do, and I know why I do it, right? I know where I want to go, but sort of like you're hanging in there and you're holding on to something quite drastically, because the swords is a mind energy, and the four is about generating stability in your life. So you're trying to be stable about your mindset, about maybe a particular topic, maybe your worldview that is challenged, right? You're trying to hang in there, but something in the past wasn't exactly sitting right with you, because there's some subconscious stuff that you have to address, right? That you're healing from, basically. Now moving out of that Four of Swords, it basically says that you're ready to let go of those mindsets that have been carrying you, and you're rearranging them. We'll see. You're moving out of the Six of Cups. Six of Cups in reverse, it is a card of nostalgia, of looking back over your shoulder. That's cool. You move, especially when moving out of this. So you look into the past, like idealizing the past a little, like, yeah, how do I get that feeling back? What do I need to do for it to feel like this again? And then, well, the energy moving into is stopping that. It's like stopping to idealize that past. And like, because you're seeing that there's a moon right there. You know that you're shitting yourself, right? Scorpio, like you go deep into the emotions. You follow a Cancer to all sorts, like all corners of the subconscious, right? In terms of in the discussion, whatever. I know that I am a Cancer. I love the way we're talking, right? Like we go deep into the subject because we know something's up. Like that's a Cancer energy right there, also. So it could be that, the moon is a Cancer energy, that is said, right? So it could be that really something brought you there, right? Something, someone, whatever, got you into realizing that there's something up with your subconscious and that you now have to rearrange the coping mechanisms, right? It's not exactly a Two of Swords, so it's not exactly blinding yourself. The Four of Swords is a little more stable in that sense, but moving out of that or struggling with that, it means that right now you are rearranging your mindset around, well, stability, and not the earth energy around it, but rather the mindset you need to function, right? Because there's something in your subconscious and something that wants to come to light, right? That is very pivotal, that is still with you, and you know something's up, right? So you're moving into the energy of the Six of Cups in reverse, meaning you've been trying to generate something, to get something back, and now you realize maybe you don't even want it back. Maybe it's just the feeling of needing something in your life that is actually not for you anymore, because the moment you're clearing your subconscious of bullshit, which the Moon card demanded in the past, and you're kind of getting there, then that's when you realize, hey, maybe I don't need to look in the past anymore because I'm a different person now. So I'd enjoy whatever it is I'm idealizing in the past, from the past. I'd not enjoy it as much, or it would be, well, different right now, right? So it's like, we'll see what the overall energy for the reading is. The Justice card is like, yeah, there is like, you're getting justice, right? And you're getting justice in a sense that, well, that moon is coming to light, right? This justice means like you need to be honest with yourself about what it is that you truly desire and why, right? So this isn't like a major arcana that is quite analytical. It is about balance, right? It is about being fair. It's like fairness in a sense that you got to be open and honest, and then forgive yourself for whatever it is you find, to let go of that emotion, or that mindset rather, that is surrounding these emotions. So you can go to the Four of Swords in reverse, so working with it, letting it go, rearranging your mind, and then coming to the Six of Cups when you realize, yeah, actually it might have been fun in the past, but what I'm searching for now might be different, right? So you really got to evaluate with this. Or else, if you don't go deep, Scorpio, if you don't address this, justice is going to come to you. So you have the decision to make whether you want to manifest a lesson into your reality that is going to be pushing you into that realization, or maybe you already did and you kind of heard the calling and you're slowly but surely getting there, right? So you know that there's something's up. There's something up, and you feel in your subconscious something is working. You know you have to change your mind about stuff, and then look at the past and the feelings you had in the past and the way you generated those feelings in a different way. So that is really cool, actually, right? Justice means that you're getting justice for yourself, for what you truly want, right? I just feel like you have to kind of facilitate it. Like you have to be just to yourself, be fair to yourself, and forgive yourself for whatever it is you find in your subconscious right here. So let's see in the clarifications how this narrative spins out. Yeah, a Seven of Swords clarifying a moon, that is, you've been trying to be tricky about it, right? There's a lot of arguments why you do what you do, and it does make sense in a way, right? The Seven of Swords, it is being way too cognitive, then also about mind energy, right? So the seven is like, for me, it feels cognitive, like a little, like dealing with your individuality in a very cognitive way. And the swords is mind energy, so you're trying to be tricky about your mindset. So that's like, that is the energy where you always have an argument for something, why you like do not do something or do something. It's like there's always a way to explain yourself around something, which is not exactly helping to address that subconscious thing that wants to pop up right there. And I kind of get the feeling that this subconscious, like, it's not only your subconscious, it is something that is unknown to you, and it's coming from the collective subconscious into your awareness, right? You wanted to be tricky about it, and you wanted to be smart, right? But it actually, well, or maybe someone even was trying to be tricky about it. Because the Seven of Swords, it is like, it's not exactly betrayal, right? It's not that, but it is strategizing. It's like, okay, how do we do this now, right? And the strategizing is taking a lot of energy, putting a lot of energy into creating a mindset to work around accepting this moon right here. Like, it could be that the moon energy is just like also pulling that out of you, right? So that the moon represents the moon represents an energy that is actually like, that is making you see, right? Seems like in the past you didn't want to see right away, but you felt it, right? So there's that feeling of the Four of Wands in reverse that is crossing the Seven of Wands. Like, you want to be smart about it, but it feels like something is falling out of place. The Four of Wands is a card of things coming together. So if it's in reverse, it's like you're struggling with keeping things together. And it doesn't surprise me that you're coming from the Four of Wands in reverse that is crossing your smart-assness, right, into a Four of Swords in reverse. That's when you realize you cannot keep it together. You have to change your mindset about it, right? So this idea of generating or maintaining stability is like, yeah, maybe it's just not stable because the way we're trying to keep it together here is just not working out like that. So, or it has shifted, right? Because something came to light. Yeah, there is that Page of Cups. So it is news about love, right? It doesn't have to be a new love. It can be a new found love. It doesn't even have to be romantic. I mean, you're a Scorpio, so you're probably just checking out, right? See how people feel, how connections feel. But it seems like there's a connection, a connection has come in, or that, well, that message of love came in and you were trying to be tricky about it. Maybe even this love was tricky about you in the past. So it kind of was there and it was felt, but sort of working around you. Somehow it stirred up your game. Somehow, like, accepting that this is pure love and heartfelt emotion with the Page of Cups, or the Princess of Cups. Like, this is youthful, divine, feminine water energy, meaning like it has to do with your emotions, with emotions that you're trying to be tricky about, meaning that you not want to address the way they need to be addressed, and somehow you're confronted with that Page of Cups energy that is making you A, wanting to be tricky, and B, not being able to, because something is falling out of whack. This Four of Wands was really, it was something you've been struggling with a long time. I feel like this Four of Wands is more like things not working out in that sense, or something that was together kind of struggling, right? So Four of Wands, it could be marriage problems, right? Could be something like, why can't we fix this? And each party is like wants to be smart about stuff. With that Seven of Swords, it's like, yeah, but we're doing all we can, like maybe a fucking marriage counselor or whatever. It doesn't have to be, but because the Four of Wands is more than just marriage. It's about something that is together, but it's kind of struggling to keep it together. And it's confronted with a very naive and youthful, open, playful love energy right here. So that's someone you just can't say no to, right? Or some situation you just can't say no to. Some feeling popping up inside you that is like, yeah, okay, I just gotta go with this, right? And that means probably addressing some subconscious mindsets like, yeah, okay, if I'm honest with myself and if I'm able to forgive myself for it, I can look at this and see I've been always doing this or that because I wanted to achieve something that I actually don't want, but I thought I needed, right? So that's that Seven of Swords. It's like you're wanting to get around this insight of having to change your mind according to what you're truly feeling. But it seems like in the past there came some water energy, some emotional capability, and like maybe a message even in love that was pushing you towards addressing that. And it feels to me you kind of heard that. Maybe you didn't spell it out like that yet, but you kind of heard it. So you're in the Four of Swords in reverse, working with this energy, and there's that King of Swords. There is the truth being demanded, maybe by someone else. Like it's either you stepping up to the challenge and be like, okay, if I'm true to myself, like I have to change shit up right here. And it's like, it's not only you, it's me. Like there's something I have to change about how I built my character in the past because I have changed. And it's okay that I have changed, right? So coming out of a tough time with the Four of Swords in reverse, it's not only struggling with that energy, but it is also this sense of pulling through something or having to pull through a difficult time is kind of ending, because you see that with this Four of Wands in reverse, well, things are out of whack, but there's love there, and so how do we go with this, right? It doesn't have to be a marriage. It is more like things in your life, in your emotional body, falling out of place because your emotional body changed. You feel like there's a different truth, or maybe there's a truth inside you that is not fitting, or a mindset inside you that is not fitting your new character, because you're moving in that King of Swords energy. That's what you're moving through right now. It's like, of course I want the truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah, well, then you got to be true to yourself also, right? And honest about what you truly want right here. And there's that High Priestess. The High Priestess is, well, it's divine intervention. It is something that has been sent to you, some angel, a priestess being sent to you, that is demanding that truth, and that is inspiring you with insight. It's like, hey, you know what? How about changing things up a little? How about losing the idea of having to pull through? How about you focus not on pulling through, so on focusing on pulling through the negative, but actually focus on what you truly want, and with that, why you were always projecting that negative into your reality. It's like, face facts. You're the manifester here. That's the justice right there. It's like, face facts. You manifested this. Why did you manifest bullshit in your reality? So why did you? Because there's something unresolved in your subconscious. And the High Priestess, she is like, I'm not judging you, right? I'm just telling you, you're changing. And you need to be honest with yourself about it. You have changed, now adapt, right? That's beautiful. There's still some truth that is not spoken. There's that Ace of Swords in reverse. Like, lacking some clarity because you cannot see the full picture. But that King of Swords is looking for it, right? So the King of Swords feels incapable when he not knows the full picture, because he wants to speak the truth. So he has to know the truth. And it's very mindsy, though. It's very, very being in your head about it. And the King of Swords is also a card of rapid movement, rapid progress. And the High Priestess crossing it is kind of, yeah, I know you want to move, I know you want to get on with this, but breathe, listen, right? So you are divinely guided, trust, and listen. And that's when this Ace of Swords energy will come to you, and you will know how to rearrange shit in your mind, getting out of that Four of Swords, right? Just like, that's very cool. You're rearranging your mind right now to be open and honest to the situation at hand, so you can actually listen to your intuition, which you not exactly have been doing for the past, right? You've been very much trying to be tricky about it. And suddenly love comes in, some very profound connection comes in, and you're like, huh, well, yeah, shit has been crumbling for some time, so what do we do with it now? And then you're trying to be all smart about it again. You're still in that, you're taking that Seven of Swords energy, and you're just coming out of the Four of Swords, and you're just taking the Seven of Swords energy and being like a King of Swords about it. It's like, yeah, but I am smart, I know what I have to do, blah, blah, blah. But actually you don't, because there's some truth unspoken here. And it might not even be your truth in that sense, but it implies your truth, right? Like the truth coming out, the wisdom you gain from rearranging, like the wisdom you gain from listening to your High Priestess. Because she fucking knows, right? And she's not afraid of just showing you. The wisdom you gain from that is so tied to whatever it is that is in your subconscious, giving you that, I want to say scarcity mindset, because that, like, not, but it's giving you a feeling of having to pull through stuff, right? Because that Four of Swords, it's like hanging on, hanging in there. But the moment you realize you're kind of projecting the problem you're moving through, it's like, okay, shit, so what do I have to rearrange in my mind? I really want to make a shift. I really want to be truthful about that, right? King of Swords. Or maybe you're confronted with an energy, or that means a person in that sense, or maybe a situation that is demanding that truth, but it's actually not known to you unless you kind of stop and breathe and let the wisdom of the High Priestess come through, right? But you're moving out of the Six of Cups, so out of idealizing some emotional baggage, let's say. And that is quite beautiful. The Seven of Coins is clarifying that Six of Cups. The Seven of Coins, it's about taking stock, right? It's about taking stock what actually did generate that stability in your life that you were fighting for so fiercely with the Four of Swords all this time, right? It's taking stock of why this Four of Wands in the past is now kind of falling out of place. Because there was that Four of Wands, it is there, but you're kind of struggling with the idea of holding it together. So why, right? And there's also, like, Seven of Coins is an earth energy, so it's about manifesting wealth, right? And there's also no coincidence that the two sevens are in a row, right? So you're very much in your individualistic self, in your cognitive ego state. And I don't mean ego in a negative sense, no. You're very much in alpha, very much thinking about how to generate, how to do something, right? So you've been tricky about having an argument for shit, and then things still crumbling, and love kind of demanded some serious feelings about, like, being true to your feelings. And now you're moving into an energy of, like, yeah, that Six of Cups, right? That feeling of nostalgia, of wanting something back. How, like, what do I actually want back? Like, what did actually work? right? So the Seven of Coins, in this sense, it's a little overly evaluating stuff. So you're kind of getting stuck and always thinking about, did it work? Didn't it work? But in this case, clarifying the Six of Cups in reverse, it's a good thing because it makes you look at the facts. It's like, okay, we tried this, or I tried this. I tried manifesting this that way, but now did it grow? Like, this is the King of Swords looking at the Seven of Coins is like, yeah, I tried it, but did it fucking grow? Like, did it actually generate what I wanted it to generate? And that's the very, very good energy. That's how you get to this Ace of Swords right there. Thing is, if you would listen to your higher priestess, then you'd already know, right? Then you wouldn't have to like do the math, you just know. We'll see. Crossing that Seven of Coins is the Chariot in reverse. That's like, yeah, you were kind of determined in your past, right? The Chariot is about determination, and it's like the holy grail of purpose, right? So you were looking for that purpose and realizing that it wasn't your purpose after all in the past. And that's like also in the role of the Four of Wands, the High Priestess. Then that Chariot in reverse comes up, and the High Priestess is like, yeah, I know you're trying to do something here, but was it for you actually, or was it just for you realizing something? Let's see with the final card. There's that Ace of Coins in reverse. Wicked. That is wicked. So the Ace of Coins is the full potential of earth energy, of the entire suit of coins, of manifesting something in your reality. So it feels like you opened up, or you are right now, opening up a new playing field. You're working with what you got, yes, because you're a smart ass, right? And you learned a lot, of course. But you want to open up a new playing field. The thing that's crossing it, the Chariot in reverse, is just like you're asking yourself, what is my part in this, right? Like you need a sense of purpose to be determined to move forward. And as long as you're in that Seven of Coins evaluating energy, you're still looking back. And looking back is not giving you that sense of purpose to progress, to see what the full potential of this Ace of Coins is. You're still kind of trying, like, yeah, you're still trying to find new ways with old plans, right? It's like, okay, maybe there's something more you need to mix up, so you really realize what your purpose in this is, right? So the Six of Cups is also, there's also like nostalgia about how you did things in the past. And it's cool because you learned a lot from that. You're a very smart person and you're going for it. But if you're true to it and see what worked, what didn't work, then you have to realize there was that Chariot in reverse. So like you're trying to figure out what's your true purpose, right? But you're basically there. You're just clinging on to all those mindsets so hard, and something that is still unaddressed is holding you back from making that Ace of Coins happen. So once you get to the bottom of this Ace of Swords in reverse, that's when you move on to the Ace of Coins and flip that, right? But you're moving out of the Ace of Swords in reverse and then asking yourself, why is the Ace of Coins not working yet? Why do I see all this potential, but somehow I'm struggling with making it work? Yeah, that's because you're coming out of the Four of Swords. Like, you have to rearrange your mindset towards something more, well, fair to yourself. You're overworking, basically. You're too eager to make something work. But if it's meant for you, it comes effortlessly, right? So let's see what the universe has as an advice card for you. Yeah, that Knight of Wands in reverse. Like, the Knight of Wands is a very sexy person, right? Very determined. Like, I want this, I'm going for it. Nothing can stop me. all the way up, nothing can stop. Yeah, the problem with the Knight in reverse is though, he's pretending that he has it all under control. He's pretending even to want something. That like there's some passion that you kind of want to make work for the sake of making it work and not for the passion itself. And that's exactly like this taking stock, being like when you're honest about the Six of Cups, being nostalgic about like the feelings you wanted to generate in the past, or you had in the past, like do you want them back, do you don't want them back. You're being all Seven of Coinsy about it. So it's like, yeah, I did try it, but actually what did it bring me, right? And it's tough to see that this determination is not in the right place. Like you're determined to make shit work, but not like just for the sake of making it work and not for the actual subject of it. And that's why this Ace of Coins is tough to, like, it's tough to realize the full potential of your manifestation skills if you're like stuck in old patterns, right? And that Knight of Wands in reverse, it's not only saying like, you're not honest with yourself. It basically, it's different. It says, you don't have to be strong all the time, right? You can let loose a little. You can really like, justice is fair. And if you're wholesome, if you're honest to what you're truly feeling, like if you're honest about you trying to stay smart and sharp and in your mind and being all like in alpha all the time, if you let that loose a little, right? If you stop trying to just keep up that charade, justice is going to do you good. Because justice sees that Page of Cups, right? The wounded little girl, right? Justice, that's exactly what you need. It's like, just let go of trying to provide all the time, of trying to make shit work that is actually like, has changed already. Like the moment you let go of trying to hold up that charade, that's when the truth is being revealed to you, when you finally get past this energy of the Moon card. Because you're not quite there yet, it seems. Like you're coming from the energy of the Moon, something daring you to look at what you didn't see, and you're trying to be smart about it the entire way. You're trying to be smart about it the entire way, up until that advice card with the Knight of Wands. So your reading screams to me, trust. Trust that people will love you if you let your guard down. Like look at this Knight of Wands, how he has his guard up. Let your guard down, Scorpio. And people will treat you right. You yourself will forgive yourself for what you thought was the right thing to do in the past, and you're realizing now you're switching things up. There's some truth to be known that is going to help you realize that full Ace of Coins potential. And it is there, right? It is there. You're well on your way. There is that Chariot energy. It also means like you are on your way, you just don't know it, right? So there's that determination missing, but you are on your way. It's also a Cancer energy, just like the Moon in a sense, right? So like the planet, the Moon is a Cancer, is ruling Cancer, right? And the Chariot here is connected to Cancer energy. So it is about going deep into your emotions, right? It doesn't have to mean you're working with a Cancer, but it means that you're confronted with the sheer depth of emotionality, and you're trying to be all Scorpio smart about it. Only gonna take you so far, right? Let your guard down, Scorpio, and justice will come to you. And justice in a sense that it's fair. It's fair. Forgive yourself for whatever it is you find, and just rearrange your mindset so you don't need to look into the past anymore, what worked, what didn't, but can actually look into the future for what's the full potential of this Ace of Coins right here. Your full manifestation skills. You don't have to be strong all the time, you know? It's perfect like that. You are passionate. You're not losing anything. You're only losing what's holding you back the moment you open up to it. This is so beautiful. It seems like a tough time, but you're hanging in there. Just let loose and it's gonna all be fine. Justice will come to you. Scorpio, if this resonated with you, feel free to drop a comment, drop me a DM, hit me up, follow me around Bali on Instagram at The Spiritual Daywalker. And, well, yeah, enjoy this energy. Enjoy letting your guard down, showing your true colors, and see how the world reacts. You're gonna be surprised how beautiful it is to be seen for who you really are, to see yourself for who you really are, or who you become, right? It's beautiful. Enjoy. Scorpio, I love you.